on Saturday, January 18th, YouTuber KSI made an announcement at the Misfits 20 event regarding his long-awaited return to boxing. He got in the ring and called out his opponent, which is, drumroll please, Wayne Bridge, a retired football player who is 44 years old. Wayne fucking Bridge, who isn't a fighter, but a retired football player. Like, come on, what are we doing? Once the announcement was made, people were not happy, with many criticizing KSI and calling him a hypocrite, as he has always called out Jake Paul for fighting old, retired fighters. Now, KSI heard the negative reaction, but he didn't care. Matter of fact, he said he loved it.
What was your reaction to the negative feedback?
I love it, man. I love the negativity. I love drawing a reaction from people. You know, for me, 2025, I want it to be a case where no matter what, you want to watch me. Whether I'm fighting Darren Till or Jake Paul or Conor McGregor or Wayne Bridge, Wayne Rooney, you know, footballer, actor, MMA fighter, boxer, whatever. I want you to watch me.
It seems like for KSI, any publicity is good publicity. I mean, look at the Lunchley situation, the Dan TDM stuff, and the release of Thick of It. If he gets any attention, then it's A-okay for him. See, this Wayne Bridge fight is meant to be a warm-up fight for him to eventually fight Jake Paul. But in what reality would fighting Wayne Bridge help him fight Jake Paul? In the same interview, he said he loved the negativity. He actually said why it would help.
I don't leave it to the judges anymore, man. And that's why I've left it so long, because I've been putting on that weight. You know, I'm going to be fighting him at a weight that I've never fought at before, at a heavier weight. Because, you know, I'm eyeing that Jake Paul fight.
If this was the case, wouldn't it make sense to fight an actual fighter at that weight rather than an ex-football player who's only had like one amateur fight? This is like when Jake Paul said, you guys said to fight an athlete, so I fought Nate Robinson. When in reality, we just wanted him to fight an actual boxer. Another thing is how this was advertised as a big fight or even a good fight when no one would pay $2 to see it. And the fact that KSI's trainers have said that KSI is above fighting influencers.
I'll be honest with you, the way KSI's sparring and who he's sparring and the level that he's at, I think going backwards is probably not the right thing for his career. There might be money in it, which is not my business, which I think people can market and get. But realistically speaking, he's on a different level to influencers. He's on boxing level. You know.
So what is Wayne Bridge? He's not a boxer. He's not an MMA fighter. He's not even a wrestler. He's a retired football player. This is a gimmick. It's not a serious bout. Leon Wills and Viddal Riley, KSI's ex-coaches, actually talked about this on one of their videos, and they said this.
AJ and his coaches said, listen, we're only doing big fights.
Yeah.
It was them who said it.
I see it on the TO, Alexis and Fred Beck, and he said, JJ's past influencers now. He's past influencer level now. He's a boxer. He only deserves to fight boxers. Influencers is an insult to his abilities.
Listen.
Then we see Wayne Bridge. But Wayne Bridge
there's a word for
doing it anyway.
Called hypocrites.
They talk more in depth about this fight, so I would suggest watching their video on this. I'll leave the link in the description. This whole thing was a shit show from the beginning, and no one, and I mean no one, wants to see this. Well, on Monday, January 20th, Wayne Bridge officially pulled out of the fight. He released a statement on Instagram which says, I'm sure a lot of you have seen what happened on Saturday night at the Misfits boxing event. Personally, I think it's important that I explain my reason for accepting the fight. I always like to challenge myself. This felt like a good opportunity to go up against an interesting opponent on a big stage. I've always loved boxing as part of my everyday training routine. I was fully prepared to train hard and to have some fun. Of course, I expected to face some criticism, but I feel like what was said on Saturday crossed the line. These are deeply personal comments that affect mine and other families involved in the situation. I am a family man first, and my priority is protecting them. My opponent is someone that many children look up to around the world, including my kids. I hope one day he will look back on this differently. I personally don't want to be involved in these exchanges. I will no longer be fighting on the 29th of March. I'm still looking out for my next big challenge and have some exciting things coming up in 2025. Thanks for all the love. The support has been overwhelming. I want my friends and family to know how special they are. Deep down, I know this is the right thing to do. So he said that the things KSI said crossed the line. What exactly did KSI say?
Aren't you the guy that let John Terry smash your ex?
Oh, you want to go there straight away, dear?
I'm pretty sure that's what you're known for.
Okay, you go there.
Vanessa, whoa! Vanessa, whoa!
29th, you'll find out.
She jumped on Terry's dick. It made
You'll find out.
big boy feel sick. Vanessa, whoa! Vanessa, whoa!
As of me recording this on Wednesday, January 22nd, there has been a new opponent announced for KSI, so his return to boxing is, up in the air. And that's another thing that many fans are tired of. How many warm-up fights does KSI need before he fights Jake Paul? He first announced his warm-up fight with Alex Wasabi in 2022, but that fell through due to Alex suffering a concussion. But KSI didn't believe him and he kept saying he was faking it. Even in an interview with Wade leading up to the fight, but Wade had to make it clear that it was a real concussion.
I think Swarms is a better fighter than Alex Wasabi.
Really?
Yes, because at least he can get into the ring.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what about Alex? Where's Alex?
Yeah,
Couldn't even make it into the ring, so.
Listen, obviously Alex is got the concussion issues. We want to make sure that we
Yeah,
sensitive
no.
to that.
I mean, no.
That didn't stop his fans from harassing Alex and calling him a pussy for not fighting. You step in the ring with a concussion and suffer all those headshots. Your brain will be fried, like Tito Ortiz's.
Lou, you did an awesome job. So why you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, getting an awesome submission there. I want to tell me what you see. Let's go ahead and see by the fight what you saw in the ring.
KSI ended up fighting two opponents in the same night, Luis Pineda and Swarms, which he took care of very easily. His next fight was against Dylan Dennis, which fell through, of course, because, well, Dylan Dennis is Dylan Dennis. So he ended up fighting FaZe Temper, in which he knocked out fairly easy. This is also where he debuted his famous star jumps. And then KSI said he's going to raise the stakes. He was stepping up and he fought Joe Fournier, a 9-0 pro boxer, who he accidentally elbowed and ended the match in no contest. KSI though thought he knocked him out legitimately. He even said in a Reddit video after the fight that he thought he hit him with a right hook, which is what knocked him loopy. And you should believe him because 99% of people have never been in the ring.
Tell you my truth. I truly believe I hit him with a right hook. Now you gotta remember, 99% of people have never ever been in the ring, so they don't know what it's like to ever be in a fight.
After this fight, he took on another challenge. This time, it was Tommy Fury, fresh out of a win against Jake Paul. KSI was hyping this up to be the biggest upset, and he was going to destroy Tommy, as, he should. You should believe in yourself. And then the fight night arrived, and the match sucked. It was terrible. KSI kept doing jumping jacks, threw an overhand, and then clinched, and then hit Tommy in the clinch. And since Tommy isn't a good enough boxer to adapt and counter KSI's awkward style, it ended up just being a nothing fight. Tommy ended up winning via split decision and then celebrated like he just won a world title. Surprisingly, KSI actually took the loss very well. Was that? Oh, he didn't? He threw a fit in the ring and then told his followers to harass Tommy? Oh.
I'm here with KSI. KSI, your thoughts after that?
Robbery. It's a robbery, bro. How many jabs did he land? How many jabs did you land? You didn't get hardly any shots off. Huh? And you got a point off as well.
I'll tell you one thing. He can land two right hands around, but I was pushing the pace, I was throwing the shots, and I was the one working.
You weren't landing. You weren't landing. Look at your face. Look at your eyes. Huh?
So yeah, let's keep reminding Tommy that he didn't win that fight under his Instagram posts or Twitter posts or anything he posts online. And if you see him publicly, you could berate him as well and remind him that he didn't win.
This was KSI's last fight, which was in 2023. He had a fight planned for 2024, but it was another gimmick fight, a 1v2 handicap match against Slim and Anthony Taylor. Again, not many people were happy about this. Many just said either fight Slim or just fight AT, but ended up never happening as KSI got injured and pulled out. Just like Alex Wasabi, but I digress. He said multiple times since 2022 that his ultimate goal is to fight Jake Paul, but he needs to warm up. What freaking warm-up fights do you need? I think Gib said it best.
Olatunji still needs to get his redemption story. He's coming off a loss. Yeah, he's been warming up for 7 years, right? Has he not? Has he not been warming up for 7 years?
He's marinating.
Yeah, no, warming up for 7 years.
Jake Paul also isn't, making this easier. He keeps upping the weight. He's like, I want to fight 180. Actually, 190. No, actually, I want to fight 200. It's like, choose a fucking weight. All in all, this Wayne Bridge fight wasn't going to help KSI nor Misfits. It was a joke fight that no one wanted to see. a lot of people, myself included, would rather see KSI fight somebody like Gib and then Darren Till or something, but not Wayne Bridge. Imagine his backup fight is like Rio Ferdinand, like he said way back after the Weller fight.
Yo, if any celebrity wants it, yo, where's Rio? Where's Rio Ferdinand? If Rio wants it, I know you're doing your Betfair thing. If you want some, bro, I'm ready. Yo.
Listen, in all seriousness, I don't hate KSI. I'm actually a big fan of his content, but his recent drama events have just been really, really dumb. But you know what? This has inspired me to announce my boxing debut, and I'm calling out Pete Carroll for all the times he's beat my 49ers. That 2014 Thanksgiving game still gives me nightmares. But that's enough for me for today. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, follow me on Twitch, I stream weekly there, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.